Welcome to the Dynasty Dugout Show, a podcast covering all things minor league baseball. Get a front row seat to the action with everything you need to know about the future stars of Major League Baseball. And now, here's your host, Chris Clegg.
Hello and welcome to the show. It's Wednesday, it's April the 23rd. A new series of minor league baseball kicked off yesterday, as Tuesday is the start of the minor league week. Lots of game action. I was in Columbia for the Fireflies and the Carolina Mudcats, the best team in minor league baseball, Carolina Mudcats, and it was an electric game. Went to extra innings. I think the Mudcats scored 8 in the 8th inning, maybe 9, and then it went to extras and the Fireflies walked it off. No Jesus Mate, but a lot of good action in that game. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about all the notable standouts from yesterday's action as well, to catch you up on everything you need to know from the minor league landscape. But first, this episode is brought to you by Connect Roasters. I've got my cup right here. Connect Roasters. I cold brew my Gold Glove blend. Put some cold foam on it. It's great coffee. You can get the Gold Glove blend, a bag, buy only one 50% off at Connect Roasters using the code Dynasty Dugout or the link in the description. Also, Chinook Seedery is a proud partner of the show. Chinook has the best sunflower seeds in the game. I took some to the game yesterday. Jalapeno Ranch might be my favorite. Check out ChinookSeedery.com. Use the code Dynasty Dugout and get 10% off your order. Those seeds are great. You should go check it out right now. Let's dive right in. Off the top, we have to talk about Leo Vries. There's no one else you can talk about to start the show than Leo Vries, who hit for the cycle. 18-year-old prospect in high A, doing things that most hitters don't do in their careers. DeVries is a superstar. He signed last year for over $4 million with the Padres. He not only skipped the DSL, but he skipped the complex. He went to single A. He held his own. He got better throughout the year. He went to the Arizona Fall League and was really good. I was at the game when he hit the hardest ball of his career, 110 miles an hour. That was an impressive swing. And last night, he has a 2-home run game and hits for the cycle. He nearly left the yard a third time. We'll talk about it. The announcer said this in the 9th inning. Leo Vries is inevitable. My goodness. Yeah, that's true. He's 18 years old in high A. The first inning, he homers, smoked it to right field at the poolside. This followed a 108-mile-an-hour home run he hit last year in the regular season. I mentioned he had 110 in the AFL. He had a 106.9 in the regular season. He's already busted over that max a couple times this year. He nearly went yard in the third inning too, but it worked out because it was a double that he needed for the cycle. It banged off the top of the tallest part of the wall in center field, and it turned out to be a double. So it worked out pretty good for DeVries. Then the 5th inning, he did it again. He smoked another home run. Beautiful swing to the pull side. It was a line shot. In the 6th inning, breaking ball, hanging over the plate, scorched in the gap to right field for a single. He had a pretty loud fly out too to the opposite field in the 7th inning, if I'm not mistaken. He went to the warning track. And then in the 9th, it was the inevitable that happened. DeVries banged one off the wall down the right field line. It took a pretty nasty ricochet because the wall's kind of slanted back there. It hit and ricocheted off the wall. You're watching the video, you can see it. And Jared Dickey it bounced away from him. And DeVries got a triple. Very impressive showing from Leo DeVries. You want to talk about the young guys that are in the minors right now standing out? Luis Peña was the other one. Luis Peña, I said on that game, he's not even healthy fully. He's still playing hurt and he's DHing, but the bat still looks really good. I just think it's impressive that he can not be 100%, that he can go out there and do what he did. He had 3 hits, all doubles, which were really impressive. The doubles were all smoked, and he nearly left the yard on a deep fly out. So he had 4 hard hit balls. Peña's 18. He's in single A. I'm going to go deeper on him after I see him a couple more times, but man, did he look good. It's just easy in the box. He's picks his spots pretty well. He just swung and missed twice yesterday. Good contact. He's a good athlete. He's got speed. That wasn't evident yesterday because he's not 100% healthy, but man, can he swing it. I think with the emerging power, we're talking about nearly 10 balls hit over 102 at this point early in the year. I think Peña's a breakout star. Yeah, he should be a top 100 prospect at this point, and he might go even higher. Luis Peña's a dog. Fortunately, Jesus Mate didn't play, so I couldn't stack him up. Hopefully this week I'll be able to, but that was not the case yesterday. Somebody that did stand out in that game from the Brewers that doesn't get talked about, and I'll talk about several others, but Marco Dinges, Dinges, catcher, drafted last year, 4th round out of Florida State. He was actually a JUCO guy, went to 1 year at Florida State. He had 15 home runs last year at Florida State. I thought he looked pretty good. Underrated bat. There's some juice. He had a lot of good swings. I was trying to pull him from my camera. Yesterday at the park, it was the school day. They played at 11, so school had field trip there. The first two that I've cut of him open face were blocked by people or teachers, I guess, that were standing up. And it's my fault. I didn't put the camera high enough on a rail, but I did put it on a rail down the first baseline to get that open face look. And the first two that I've seen so far are blocked. Hopefully not all of them are blocked, because I do really want to see and post some of the swings from Marco Dinges. I'm still not pronouncing that right. I literally heard it like 6 times yesterday, so that's my fault for doing that. But there were 3 stolen bases in the box score, but circumstantially, one was a pass ball or a wild pitch more so. The other was in extra innings when runner was on 3rd and 1st. So Asbel Gonzalez took 2nd. He wasn't going to make the throw there. Tie game in extra innings. The other was Asbel stealing 3rd. Asbel Gonzalez leads the league in stolen bases, by the way, 22. He stole 3rd base. It was a pretty close play. So I got some good pop times on Marco, and he swung it well. Good stick. Somebody to watch pretty closely. Demetrio Crisantes, holy cow, 457? 457 feet off the bat from Demetrio Crisantes for his 2nd home run of the year. It left the bat at 107 miles per hour. This kid's swinging it well. I know the surface stats don't necessarily reflect that, but we're talking about impressive contact rate right now. It's at 87% overall. Last year, he had an 89% in-zone contact rate and 82% overall. 87% overall contact right now. In-zone contact rate north of 90%. Like, this dude is swinging it. The approach is good. He's not chasing. He lifts the ball with authority. 71% air rate. Crisantes gets to the pull side, and when you're hitting balls 107, okay, you're legit. His teammate Ryan Waldschmidt also homered. Waldschmidt looks the part too. Very impressive showing from them. So Demetrio Crisantes, he is definitely a top 100 prospect. Has been for me this offseason. And I don't think people are going to move him up based on his surface numbers, but I think Demetrio Crisantes is going to be a riser for me, actually, given the underlying data. He's hitting the ball with authority, like regularly over 105 plus. It's a legit profile. And when you can show you're 20 years old, and you're hitting a ball 457 feet, like, it left the stadium, guys. Like, you can watch it left the entire stadium. He's legit. Really fun profile. Deyvison De Los Santos, Miami Marlins. De Los Santos had 40 home runs last year. It took him 73 trips to the plate before he had his first in 2025. But it's kind of interesting because I kind of think he's making some changes. He struggled with strikeouts early. Like, there's no denying that. I think the strikeout rate still don't have it in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it still sits around 30%. I do want to pull up and confirm. But he's made tangible improvements. Strikeout rate, yes, at 29%. But he struck out just once in his last 5 games and just twice over the last 7. It's been a pretty impressive showing. The contact rates over that span, we'll go to the last 7 games, 78% contact, 82% in-zone contact, 29% chase. Remember, last year, this was a guy that chased over 40% of the time, had a contact rate down in like the 63% range, and an in-zone contact rate like south of 70%. It was really bad numbers. He hits it hard, and he did last year too. But this year, the power's down a little bit. 107 mile an hour, 9th percentile, though. Still plus power or better. He has a 56% hard hit rate. The barrel rate for De Los Santos is at 8.7%, largely due to the ground balls and inconsistent pop-ups that he hits. But the approach looks good. The contact looks much better. If De Los Santos is able to blend those two together, power, approach, and contact, that's going to be a pretty impressive profile. I think he's feeling some of the pressure because Matt Mervis is hitting well for the Marlins. Eric Wagaman's hitting well. These corner infielders are swinging it well for the Marlins. So De Los Santos is feeling it a little bit, and I think he wants to make up for it and perform, and that's what he's doing. So we'll watch the trends, but those rolling charts are going to be really fascinating to watch for Deyvison De Los Santos. But right now, it looks really good. Owen Carey of the Braves, he's one of the youngest prospects in full season ball right now. He's 18. He'll be 18 till like the end of July. Braves 15th rounder last year out of New Hampshire, Londonderry High School. Kid swinging it well, and it has been all year. He blasted his first home run of the year last night. It was an impressive 9-pitch at bat. When he worked, he battled, and he got the result. First home run, he smoked it on a line. He also had a double in the game. It's a really good-looking swing for Owen Carey. I like what he brings to the table a lot. It's a good approach. The contact skills look average, and right now, one of the problems is he's driving the ball on the ground a little bit too much, but you still like what I like what I've seen. I think it's going to be a really good fit. Other notables, Eduardo Tait's 18 in single A. He hit a ball 114 miles an hour off Dylan Questad, who we're going to talk about in the pitching segment, by the way. Massive home run. It went into the highway out of the stadium. Josie Novas, he's a 20-year-old prospect for the Royals. I was at the game. I'll post the video. He had a big-time home run. He just turned 20, by the way. 6'4", 180, projectable shortstop. I mean, that home run was pretty majestic. There's still some contact issues there, but projectable frame. If he can figure out the contact, it's going to be pretty fun profile. Carson McCusker, looking like doing his best Spencer Jones impersonation. He blasted another home run. He's got some gaudy exit velocities. He's 6'8", 26-year-old AAA bat with the Twins org. A lot of fun there. Other notables, Owen Casey homered, Kevin Alcantara homered, Cole Mathis homered again. He's swinging it. Cole Mathis has picked it up a lot. I talked about him. Maybe it was on the last show over the weekend recap, but he's swinging it well. Tommy White of the Athletics homered. Those are some of the notables. Cole Messina also, my Gamecock, South Carolina Gamecock boy. He could be in for a big year, really good athlete. Jimmy Crooks continues to swing it well. PJ Morlando hit his first career professional homer. It was a really good day for hitters for sure. Let's take a quick break, and we will get back with some pitchers to discuss. There were plenty of good pitching performances, and we'll talk about it in just a moment. Off the top of the show, I want to talk about Twins pitching prospect Dylan Questad, who, while he didn't put up the most dominant line or even close to the most dominant line yesterday, did some really good things. I think he's catching eyes of a lot of people now. He looked really good. Last year, I mean, so first let's preface it. 2023, 5th round prep arm. Cold weather arm out of Wisconsin. He was bad at the complex last year. 10.48 ERA, 19% walk rate. I mean, I hadn't completely written him off, but I had pretty much written him off, if we're honest. He returned to single A, and he looked good in the spring, so that's worth noting. I saw him in the spring. He looked good. He's been really good so far in single A. He did lead all single A arms with 15 whiffs. He allowed just 1 hit and 2 walks across 5 innings. The only damage was that Eduardo Tait home run that went 114 off the bat. 69 pitches for 5 innings of work. That's pretty impressive. Really like what I saw of Questad. Smaller, stronger frame. He's like 6 foot, really strong frame. He led with his slider today. If you look at Savant, it classifies a cutter. It's a slider. Worked 85 to 88. Good carry on it. Good horizontal movement. He got a lot of chase out of the zone at a 42% clip chase rate on that slider. Fastball work 93 to 95. Topped at 96. Pretty good life. He throws from a 5'8" release height and gets slightly above average vert at 17.6 inches. He'll throw a changeup with 10 inches of fade on it. And he throws a 2-plane breaking ball in the curve in the mid-70s with good depth. So far this year, Questad has a 1.38 ERA, 42% strikeout rate. He does have an 11.6% walk rate, which is concerning, but the overall strike rate of 61% is really good. The stat sheet catcher of the day was Alex Pham of the Orioles. Pham's been one of those guys that he'll ride waves where he'll have some really good starts and look like a dude, and then he'll have others where you just don't know. And that was the case last week where he got blown up for 4 runs in 4 innings, and then he comes out and strikes out 11, doesn't issue a walk in 5.1 innings, just 3 hits. He allowed a home run to Tamar Johnson, but otherwise was pretty good. This is a former college reliever who's now in his 3rd year of AA, which is a bit concerning. that Pham is back in Double-A. He had a 2.57 ERA in 2023. Last year, 4.24, but he's thrown over 112 innings in both seasons, which is good. And now he's back, which I don't love that he's back in Double-A, but it kind of is what it is. He's throwing a high riding 93-mile-an-hour fastball. It gets legit vert, like 21, 22 inches of vert. Pham also throws a downward breaking curveball, like legit negative number IVBs, like really good stuff. Plays well off the fastball, but he added a mid-80s cutter last year that he relies pretty heavily on, uses that a lot. As Alex Pham, George Klassen is the best early season pitcher in baseball. Last year, I think he was 8 starts with just 1 earned run allowed. He was scoreless in 7 of his first 8 starts last year. And he got roughed up pretty early this year. His first start was bad, and since then, he's getting back to that streak. Last week, I wrote that it was his best start of 2025. Well, guess what? This week, he topped it again. Very, very good. Last 3 starts, 13 innings, just 1 earned run. Scoreless again last night, and he struck out 9 batters. Very, very impressive stuff. The strike rate's up, which is notable. He's throwing his strikes at a 64% clip. Walk rate's down to 6.8%. The walks were the major issue with George Klassen, and guess what? Now he's throwing strikes, and he's limiting walks. If he can sustain the low walk rates, this is going to be a top 100 prospect for sure. If the control gains stick, write it down. George Klassen should easily be a top 100 prospect because the arsenal is so good. The fastball works 96, 98. It's kind of dead zone-esque, a lot of horizontal, similar IVP, but it grades out well based on velocity and movement. He'll throw a cutter near 90 miles an hour, and he'll throw a curveball that sits 85 with really good depth and sweep. So Klassen is legit. Hunter Barco of the Pirates continues to pitch well. Bubba Chandler's going to get called up to the Pirates soon. When he does, Barco is going to AAA. He's ready. 4 straight scoreless starts to start the year for Hunter Barco. He had 2 hits and 2 walks allowed while striking out 8. And Barco matched up against Pham, so that was a really good pitching matchup. For sure, go back and watch it if you want to see some fun pitching. Barco's strike rate's really good this year at 66%, 17% swinging strike rate, missing bats at a very high clip. Barco's a lefty that works his fastball up to 95, touches 97, a mid-80s slider, he'll throw a splitter in the mid to upper 80s. He'll throw a more traditional changeup and 2 slider variations. Barco's a lot of fun. My prediction is Bubba Chandler's up next Wednesday, home start against the Cubs. If that's the case, Barco takes his spot. Just my opinion, just my read on the situation. You want a lesser-known arm? Nate Dohm of the New York Mets, drafted last summer. He is a product of Mississippi State, where he was a reliever, and he's never thrown many innings. Dohm's got a really fun profile. So Nate Dohm, D-O-H-M, Dohm, he had a really good start. He's too advanced for single A for 1, but struck out 7 across 4 scoreless innings, did not issue a walk. He did allow 1 earned run, 4 hits, 1 run. He limited a lot of hard contact. He has an outlier fastball. It sits 95, a top north of 97. He has a lower release height, like 5'5", 5'6". And he's getting 18 inches of vert on that fastball with 8 inches of horizontal movement. It's a flat vertical approach angle. It's a really tough pitch for hitters to pick up, which is why he missed bats at a pretty high clip on it. He had 6 whiffs on 18 swings on the 4-seam. It's a 33% whiff rate and a 41% CSW on that pitch type. He mixed his slider in as well. Strong gyro shape. He'll also throw in a curveball, 2-plane, and mix a cutter as well. I'd like for Nate Dohm to further develop a changeup. It's good. It's a good pitch. He only threw it 5 times, but I really like the changeup. Just want to see him use it more often, 85 to 88 miles an hour. Good pitch. Let's up the usage on it to lefties and get some more swings and misses. The question with Nate Dohm is health. I mean, the upside's clear. Never thrown more than 42 innings in a season. Combination of stuff and command is really good. I think there's just risk with this profile considering he's never stayed healthy and thrown innings. Other notable performers, Jonah Tong, Mets. Let's continue with the Mets, Double-A. Struck out 9. He did walk 3 batters in 4 1/3. Tong is fun. Tong has a great arsenal, but he continues to be plagued by his walks. He's going to run high whips, high walk rates, and I worry that his delivery is just not sustainable for a major league starter. Honestly, the body and the delivery worries me just a bit, but Tong continues to miss bats. He keeps the ball on the ground. He strikes guys out. Walk rates are scary. Ian Seymour struck out 9 across 5 1/3. He also walked 3. Seymour's a good pitcher. He's a good minor league pitcher for sure, but he's 26. The fastball sits like south of 91 miles an hour. He doesn't have enough outlier traits, I don't think, to make it work. Leandro Lopez of the Rangers was good. He tossed 5 scoreless with no walks, 8 strikeouts, and 3 hits. I said on Lopez last week, and he was bad, but really good this time out for sure. I mentioned Nate Dohm. A couple others before we get out of here. Just going down the list. I thought Braylon Doty continues to pitch well. He's not lighting up the stat sheet or anything, but again, this was one of the few prep arms that is beginning the year in full season ball, the Cleveland Guardians. 6 strikeouts over 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks for Braylon Doty. Really good outing from him. Looking at a couple of others before we get out of here. J.R. Ritchie, I thought, pitched well, 6 2/3, 5 strikeouts, no walks. He did allow 2 runs on 3 hits. Ritchie's a top 100 prospect, in my opinion. Really, really good stuff. He's going to wrap us up today. A lot of fun names. I'll be back with more live look reports. I'll be looking at Carolina and Columbia all week. It's a lot of fun there, a lot to like. So be sure to watch out for that. I'll have a full video on all the live looks that I'll get from there. Hopefully, Jesus Mate will be back in the lineup soon, and I'll get him. Not really sure. He was hit by a pitch on his ankle that was already hurt on Saturday. He came out of the game, and he hasn't played since. So hopefully Mate's okay and will come back, but that's going to wrap it up. We will talk to you again tomorrow. Be sure to subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform as well. Thank you all, and have a great day.